Friend, I also need it today. Today's the type of day as to why I started this series in the first place. Every day isn't easy. I gotta hear it today. This is gonna be a little bit more of a heart to heart video, but I feel it. I feel like if I could, I'd quit today. I would quit. There's that internal dialogue in my head that's telling me a lot of things just aren't worth it. And just to continue, just live your life. Don't worry about anything else. Don't worry about anybody else. Just do what makes you feel comfortable. Quit everything that makes you feel uncomfortable. That's what my mind is telling me right now. I know it's what a lot of us feel. Maybe every day. It's not a good feeling. I'd quit today. And I'm sure a lot of you guys feel the same way. Maybe today too. But this is the reason why I started this series. It's because sometimes I gotta tell myself what it is that I'm feeling, motivate myself, and then replay it and hear it again to myself. Just raw, one take. See me for who I am right now. And in the future, look back and say, man, I remember that day. I remember where I was at that time. And look where I am now. So I hope some of you may be able to garner some of that, gain some of that from these videos, from this video series. But today's not any more difficult than normal, friends. I just feel like I want to quit. I'm not gonna. Those thoughts are creeping in and I'm not gonna let them take over. But to be honest, that's just how I feel today. Yesterday I did miss my morning wake up time. I can rationalize that. Today is technically like my Monday at work for the week. A lot of these videos honestly just aren't getting the traction, that I would want it to. Just my ego would want to. But that's the thing with our ego. If you look too much into it, you feed too much into it, you lean too heavy forward and lean too heavy backwards. And that ego will keep you unbalanced. If you lean too forward, you feed it too much, you get disappointed. If you underfeed it, you don't give that ego what it needs. You don't give it motivation to strive. It's interesting balance, this whole thing. But oftentimes I can shake it and I can then try to self-motivate myself and keep going. But that's why I wanted to record it, because I feel it right now, friends. You can see me on a lot of these videos just pushing through. Maybe a lot of you may think, oh, Jesse doesn't feel this way. He doesn't need that external motivation. I do, friends. I definitely do. I'm just like you. We're all the same. That motivation, it's a flame. It really is. It burns out. It diminishes. Sometimes you got to find a way to spark it up again. That's just the way this life is. And oftentimes we live with this flame just dwindling away, unable to spark it back up. And we get stuck in that state. And this is how we feel. What I'm feeling right now, maybe what you're feeling too. That's how we feel every day. And I get it, friends. When you're in that state, you're trapped. And you just can't find that motivation to just pull yourself out of it. But I want you to know, friends, you're not alone. I feel it right now. And oftentimes I do feel it. But it's through those just implementations of the things that I think would be beneficial to me. Picturing that future self of myself with good daily habits and the outcome that I want ultimately, and how that affects other people around me in positive ways. That is what ultimately keeps me going forward. Because sometimes we just can't feed our ego the way it wants to be fed. So we feel this way. But it's in these moments when I look at my partner, I look at people that I love around me, and I look at pain. I just look at the pain that people are in. I look at the pain that I'm not in, and it feeds me again. I know I can always be better for my partner. And I see the things that are hurting my partner. I think about my mom, I think about my dad, and I see all the things that they do to loop themselves in this cycle where they continually get in their own way and they don't even know how to snap out of it. But all I can do in that moment is just continue to be a positive light, be a light in their life. Show them that something else is better out there. Show them that something is possible. So this is going to be a video I look at in the future when I feel this way again, or even when I don't. And I'm going to be able to reflect and be like, man, that self-talk video. But this is what it's about, friends. This series is about this moment right here. Because there's times where it's just me. And sometimes it's just you. In this video, the nice thing about the internet is it could be me through you. And that's beautiful. But this life isn't perfect. We're not perfect. We are going to feel this way. And it's going to be constant. Because if you set big goals for yourself, friend, you're not going to see them from where you are right now. Maybe you see a little shadow or a little glimpse, just a peek through the valley of trees, however people want to say it. But you're not going to see it from where you are. But as long as you do things right, friends, there's no loss. And like I've said before, and I will always say it, there's no downside to being a better person. What's the worst thing that can happen by trying to be a better person? You accidentally end up being a better person. This is our life to live, friends. I'll be here to motivate you because this is me speaking to myself, speaking to you. We can do it. Don't you give up. And just as much as I want to quit today, I'm not going to quit today. I promise you. And it doesn't matter. I'm not going to quit. I'm going to keep going because I see the bigger picture here. And it's a lot bigger than what I am. It's a lot bigger than what my ego needs. It's for all the people, including you, around me.